Hello my bunnies, it's Tiki Strinkus here, and today I have for you another polymer clay tutorial. Again, I have on my torch light right here on my phone, so it's very bright in my eyes, but that way you can see all of the wonderful mug here, and the betterness, the brighterness, I know betterness is not a word, the better appearance of the sculpture. Today I am making a request by, I should know her channel by heart by now, but I still don't. But I will put her name right here or down in the description box below. She's requested a lot of videos here on my channel. Today she asked me to make Kermit the Frog. Well, she asked me last week, but I made it today, obviously. Just to let you guys know, if you ever request something, it takes me a week on average to make one thing for a YouTube video. Sorry, allergies. Because it takes me the time to make it, take the pictures or record. Then it takes me a while to edit, and then after editing it takes me a little while to actually get it to upload onto the computer. I use my fiance's Wi-Fi because it's faster than mine, but it's still not like lightning fast. I don't have Google or some kind of like fancy dancy Wi-Fi. He has Comcast, and I don't even know what we have. It's something lower than Comcast. It might even be Comcast, I don't know. Either way, so if you request something, it might take me a week to several weeks to get it made, but I will get it made eventually. But again, today we are making Kermit the Frog, and I decided to paint the base right here pink to represent Miss Piggy, since that's his main thing, his main squeeze, his girlfriend. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love his little fingers. That's definitely my favorite part. The little itty bitty fingers on both sides. Oh my god. And this cute little smile I managed to achieve. When you're making this, just bring up a reference photo of Kermit the Frog and very, very patiently work on the head, because that's going to be the hardest part. I show you some basic steps on how to do it in the video, but it's still more complicated than I actually made it look. It even took me a good bit of time just to make his head. I tell you, it was a struggle, and I'm glad this Granny Smith apple clay is a softer clay, because if this was a harder clay, this would not have been made. But I'm really happy with how it came out overall. I kind of want to make Miss Piggy now that I made him, but I don't know when I'll get around to that. I actually want to make some more dragons. I hadn't made a dragon since spring started this year, and it's been a while since I made a dragon. And I hadn't made bunnies in 2 years, I think. Or a year at least. It's been a while since I've made a bunny too. I just want to get back to making some things that I hadn't made in a while, and a little less fan art and a little more original art when I get a chance. But I'll still keep you guys updated, and I still take requests on what you want to see here on YouTube. I don't mind doing any kind of requests, because I love you guys. You're what makes the channel so awesome. Again, thank you so much for watching. Now let's go ahead and go into this little guy's tutorial. See you guys there. Alright, for this tutorial you're going to need the following colors: Granny Smith green, white, and this light green on the right side of the packaging is something lighter than Granny Smith. It may be yellow and Granny Smith mixed together, but I'm not sure, but just go and look for something lighter than this one. But first we're going to start with Granny Smith, and we're going to pre-roll all the balls that we need for this project. That would be these 5 right here. Pretty simple. Most of the sculpture will be made in this color as well. First, I took the very large ball in the center and rolled it into a fat teardrop shape where it's more round at the bottom and really pointed at the top. Then I gently pressed it against my work surface so it would stay round but flat on the bottom. Then I just tipped it over and used my cutting tool to cut the top off so it would be nice and flat. And then I like to recycle products, so I took a toothpick I cut the tips off of to make teeth with, and I just stuck it inside the body for extra structure. You could use metal wire, toothpicks, popsicle sticks, anything you got on handy that's metal or wood. Next we're going to make the head, and like I said in the beginning, this is very difficult, so just bear with it and be patient. First I rolled it into an egg shape between my fingers. Then I took the top part, which was the round part, and I pinched it between my fingers. After that I set it on my workstation and gently pressed it so it would be more round and not sticking out quite as much. After that I just rolled it between my fingers a little more to get it the shape I want, and then I used the silicone tool to indent the mouth. And this is just what it looks like from the side. I did kind of round the head back up a little bit on the back because it flattened when I put it on the work surface. After that, I just used one of my silicone tools, or you can use a metal tool or anything, to indent these little smile lines on his face, and I cocked his head to the side just to give him a little cuter look. After that, we're going to go on to the arms and legs. Like I said, if the head's really difficult, just pause the video and go back to the head and take your time. For the arms and legs, I took all 4 of them and rolled them in the very long snake-like shapes. The more narrow ends for the arms, I just cut 2 little holes. Well, not holes, 2 little lines to make teeny tiny little fingers, and they're my favorite part. The other one, I just took it and pinched it to where it looks like little round nubs at the end. And then I got my cutting tool and cut the little tootsies out by cutting 2 triangles in each foot. And then after that, I cut the tops of the legs at a bias so that they would sit flat on the body. And then I positioned them how I wanted them on his body. I wanted his legs kind of bent because he is a puppet, so his limbs seem to be bent more often. Before putting the arms on, I went on ahead and got the other colored clay, and I'm going to make the little pointed neck piece he has. So we're going to take a lot of this and just roll it out really thin as possible without it ripping apart. And then I cut it into a giant rectangle just to make it easier, just a little easier to work with. And then I took my X-Acto blade and cut out triangles. I did make these triangles a little bit smaller than this. And then you just wrap it around his neck and cut off the excess. Voila, perfect. And then after that, I got the arms ready to put on. So I cut the top parts off at a bias, and then I very gently lifted the little triangle pieces and slid the arms under the triangular pieces. You can see it on the right side pretty well. And I positioned the hands so cutely on his face. I've seen him do something like this on a picture online, so it was just like my favorite pose. Again, here so you can see how I slid it underneath. Next, I went on to the white clay, and you just need these for his eyes. So I just took 2 teeny tiny balls, and I couldn't just set them on the head because they looked weird, so I took my dotting tool and indented 2 oval shapes into the head and just popped those in. I rounded them and made them more oval than round shapes, so just use a reference picture to keep up with everything. After that, I went on ahead and painted on the eyes, and actually I baked before this. I don't know why I forgot to take a picture for baking. But I baked it, let it cool off, and then I painted on the eyes. Again, I used a reference photo to know what the shape of his eyes looked like. After that, I just took some pink acrylic paint to paint the wooden base I was going to put him on. Again, I went for pink for Miss Piggy, and if I ever made Miss Piggy, I'd probably make her base green. After it was painted, I just took some E6000 and glued him to the base. And then I took some polyurethane floor varnish and glazed him up with 2 coats of glaze. And he's done! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned for more tutorials by me. If you have any requests, feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye my bunnies, have a great day.